So first of all, thanks for organizing this lecture and wonderful beginning of this international conference. As you know, I will be talking to you what science and education should do. Okay, should word is important. That means we have to think. Okay, it is not that I am presenting something which has already been thought. I am discussing with you that what science and education should do for sustainable development. Okay? Now, as we know, sustainable development essentially means that we should fulfill the needs of the people who are presently living on our planet Mother Earth. And at the same time, we should not destroy the future for future generations. This is sustainable development. Okay? Now, something that is very basic for development is our survival. We as a human being, our survival is the prime factor for development. Okay? And our survival needs three things. First is, rather three basic things. First is food. Food means we should have nourishment, we should have air, we should have water. These are the inputs to our body to sustain it, to live. Second is protection. Protection from diseases, protection from natural calamities, protection from diseases and related processes. Also protection from destructive human being. You know, we have threat to our life, not only from nature and diseases, etc., but even human is killing human through wars, through terrorism. So they are also threat to our survival. Some of the people who get killed in wars and in terrorist attacks, okay, their survival ceases because some human killed them. Or sometimes even we kill ourselves through suicides. So these are the threats and we need to protect ourselves from these threats. So this is the second factor, which is our need for survival. And third is reproduction. Because when we will be gone, our offsprings will continue the human race on this planet Earth. So with these three needs, we definitely want to depend on the Mother Earth which produced us. We all came from Mother Earth and we will all go back to Mother Earth. And Mother Earth gives us plenty. It has resources to support all these basic needs. But we as human beings, the most developed mind, highly advanced animals, okay, are not living the way the nature wanted us to live or nature wanted other species to live. We do not have only natural realities in our life. We have many man-made realities and we applied science, technology, economic growth, social growth, okay, for our life to continue. And now the needs have become so many that sometimes we think that these basic needs of food, protection and reproduction are just taken for granted. Okay? Now our needs are to be successful in career, okay, to be a big boss, to be very rich, okay, also have mobiles and all that, okay. In fact, on this Dashera, I received a very nice greeting that who is the modern Ravan? Okay, the cartoon said the modern Ravan is with 10 faces and 10 faces are Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Okay, so these are the modern devils. Okay, so if you want the good to win over evil, you have to kill this Ravana. Okay, this was the Dashera greeting this year. So our needs have become so artificial, so unnatural, that we have forgotten that we are even animals. Okay, and therefore we are intervening in all aspects of the way the nature wanted us to live. Is that right or not? So this has created a very different scenario for the species called human being. All other species, even the nearest one, chimpanzees, they are living the way they are supposed to live in nature. They don't have chimpanzee-made realities like we have man-made realities. Okay? So because of this, we have created a kind of inequilibrium, an imbalance in the nature by producing a lot of emission through aeroplanes, through cars, okay? By producing a lot of electromagnetic noise as a pollution, light as a pollution, okay? Sometimes when I go to Himalayas, you see the sky in Himalayas and you see the sky in cities like Mumbai. Oh my God, there is real heaven and hell difference. Okay, so this is all created by human being. Okay, we on one hand are so intelligent, but on other hand we are so stupid that we have even forgotten that how should we live in equilibrium with nature. What are the natural realities of human life? We have forgotten that. Okay. These artificial, man-made realities have become so dominating, so important, that we don't mind even intervening, destroying nature. And we are doing it. Okay? Now, the next question is that we should think that what science and education should do to prevent it. See, on one hand, science and technology created aeroplanes. It intervened in our foods. Okay, don't be surprised if 20 years later all your food comes from factories rather than farms. Already there is research going on how to synthesize food. In our protection, we have guns, we have fighter planes, we have huge amount of nuclear bombs and whatnot. Okay, in the name of protection, we are killing. Okay, this is like war for peace. Okay. In the name of reproduction, nature has made certain ways of rejecting some people not to reproduce, but they also reproduce through IVF. Okay. Now, not only that, we want cloning. Okay. Now, even beyond cloning, there is genetically modified babies. In future, you can design your children. I want my daughter to be as beautiful as, maybe even more beautiful than Aishwarya Rai. I want my son to be more intelligent than Einstein, or I want my child to be both. You can design it, perhaps. Already China has made 2 genetically modified babies through a technique called CRISPR. Okay, it's a huge amount of ethical issues. But we are human beings, we are doing it in the name of getting Nobel Prizes, in the name of getting fame, money. We don't mind, okay, doing unethical things against nature. Okay, so this is what science has given us. It gave us wonderful things, no doubt. Okay, it solved our problems of diseases, for example. Okay, lot of diseases were uncurable a couple of decades ago or years ago. But at the same time, it has also given us many diseases. So science is both. It's God as well as devil. Now, what should science do? Science is applied by the human mind. Okay. So I suggest that when we talk of sustainable development, our question should be, what should we develop? Should we develop our mind, or should we develop our economies, our materialistic comforts? What should we develop? Answer is, we should develop our mind, because we are also good thinkers. We don't want to destroy the future of the children or the generations which will come. We will leave one day. Next generations, when they come, they should not abuse us that what kind of forefathers we had. Okay, and they have left such a mess for us. So we need to develop minds through education. Okay, education should be such, it should teach us that how do we control our mind. I will tell you a short story for this. This story is from a beach on Spain. Okay? One Europe, most of the Europe is cold, but if they want sunshine or if they want to enjoy, warmth, they come to nearest is Spain, for example. Spain is pretty warm compared to rest of the Europe. Okay? So one fisherman, he was lying on the beach enjoying his life with a happy mind. Note it, with a happy mind. Because his education was to keep the mind happy. In fact, mind by nature is happy. We only destroy that. Okay? We create certain, worldly barriers, etc., that the natural happiness of mind gets destroyed. Okay? So a fisherman on the beach of Spain, he was enjoying a warm, sunny day, and one American tourist comes. He says, "Oh, what are you doing?" He said, "Well, I'm enjoying my, day on the beach." He says, "What are you doing?" He says, "I'm a fisherman." "Oh, well, if you are a fisherman, why don't you go and do fishing?" He says, "I have done it for today." He says, No, that's not good enough. You should do more fishing." Then this fisherman asks, "What will happen?" He says, "You will earn more money." He said, "Oh, then what will I do with that money?" He said, "You can buy more boats, you can employ more fishermen, and they will work for you, they will bring lot of fish for you." Then fisherman asks, "What will I do with that?" He says, "You will make more money." He says, "Then what will I do with that?" He says, "Then you will enjoy life." He says, "That is what I am doing now." Why should I wait all this time? Okay, so this is his education. Okay, you don't need much to enjoy yourself or to keep your mind happy. Okay, you just need to avoid certain things, and that is what will come from our education. And how science will help? See, already maybe you read a news that some scientists in MIT very recently made a catalytic converter that it can absorb CO2 from atmosphere or even from high concentration areas, okay, and it gets, trapped in the system. And later on, you can release this CO2, for example, either at areas which are deeply forested, or you can even use it for making, for example, Coca-Cola or aerated drinks. Okay, so it was a very nice discovery and invention, rather development. Okay, so science created mess, and I think through education, when we train our mind, when we learn how to live in communion with nature, science will also help in reducing this mess. Okay, so with this I will stop here. Thank you very much.